What's up, y'all? So we are back to talk about this T Hood case because just more and more and more evidence just keeps unraveling itself. So I wanted to get on here and talk about it. So I was on Ratchet TV's channel the other night watching his live, and he had stated that T Hood has some previous DV charges. Well, someone had told him that, and he had some weird ass child charges. So I'm like, what are these charges? So I go look them up myself, and my gosh. And if y'all notice I'm not cussing, it's because YouTube keeps striking my video. But anyways, take a look at these charges. Okay, keep in mind, all these charges happen on one day. Count number 1, battery, family violence. Count number 2, cruelty to KIDZ in the 3rd degree. Then count number 3, cruelty to KIDZ in the 3rd degree. Count number 4, battery, family violence. Number 5, cruelty to KIDZ in the 3rd degree. Number 6, cruelty to KIDZ in the 3rd degree. Number 7, simple bat against family. Number 8, disorderly conduct. Mind you, this all happened on one day. Now, if y'all ever been to jail, whatever, y'all might have a lot of charges, but then they drop it down to like a couple charges. So some of these charges were lessened, but he still, from what I seen, was charged with the cruelty to KIDZ. I'm saying it like this. I know how to spell, y'all. I'm saying it like this because YouTube, YouTube is tripping. And in the 3rd degree and the family violence, I've seen those. But I'm like, what in the F is cruelty to children in the 3rd degree? Never heard of that in my life, right? So who did I ask? ChatGPT, of course. Okay, so his charges was dropped to a misdemeanor. But ChatGPT, I asked, what does that mean? It says it means a person commits a forcible felony, battery, or family violence battery in the presence of a child. So I was thinking he must have put his hands on another female in front of the children, possibly even his own children, right? That's what I was thinking. And then as I listened to his live, someone joined live, and seems like she has a lot of inside information, allegedly, and she was stating that he has a history of violence and that he had put his hands on a female before, even his own baby mom, allegedly, and in front of the children, allegedly. Now, I don't know if that's his child, but I'll play the clip. But anyways, let's keep going with what this charge means. Okay, so it says, knowingly allows a child under 18 to witness such acts. So that means you committed some type of violence in front of a child, and you knowingly did it in front of a child. And then I got to thinking, not only does kirkfrost has been, getting hands put on her by this man, allegedly, but she also has a son. She also is a mom. And dang, imagine what this kid has had to see. Who knows if her kid was even there when this shit happened? What if her son was there when this happened? Or his son could have been there. Her son could have been there other days when he broke in her garage or came in her house tripping. Like, who knows what her and her son have been through with him. Okay, so now let's get into part of the live that I seen on Ratchet TV and what the woman was saying about T Hood. Oh, and before y'all get to saying that wasn't him, okay, well, whoever Tevin Martavius Hood is, that's whose charges these are. So if that ain't him and that ain't his name, then that ain't him. But look at the name. And I have the address and all that, but I'm not posting that. Just like I'm not even posting this case number. If y'all want to do y'all research, do y'all research. It's out there for free. Anyway, let's get into this Ratchet TV live that he did last night. He had a guest on there, and she knew a lot of insider information. She knew a lot about T Hood and his charges, and I think it is a good live to go watch. Y'all need to go watch it, as well as go watch his kick like I'm about to do. But let's get into this.
And I want y'all to watch that, and I want y'all to really go back and listen to that and listen how disrespectful T Hood's family is. And they literally condoned everything he did. They even said, look, as long as you don't punch a girl, it's okay. I'm like, what? He's like, look, I said, so if I was to go up and slap your sister or choke your, I was like, you're okay with that? He's like, yeah, I'm cool with that as long as you beat her. That's, I mean, hey, some girls need to be, they need to be told what to do. He said his mama went through domestic, and he's like, I blame my mama because she put herself in that position. I'm like, what am I listening to? Oh man, yeah, y'all got some sick people over there, man. I ain't gonna lie. When y'all start hearing the stuff that they were saying, it was like, bro, what are we watching? And I want any content creator who goes over to my kick, please put that story out on how T Hood's family really is. Please put that story out of how T Hood's family really is. They waited till I got off of YouTube and went over to Kick, thinking that it wasn't gonna be popping over there. We had what 1,100 people over there. I really wasn't paying attention because I was so appalled by what the going on.
Remember, I told y'all in the last video that the homeboy was sitting there with the mom and the sister when they were doing the interview, and he was getting on the phone. Well, apparently he got on the phone with Ratchet TV and told him, like, yeah, I don't see no problem with a man putting his hands on a female as long as he ain't like effing her up. He didn't say that. I'm saying that. He said, I don't even want to say the word. It starts with a B. Sounds like eating. As long as he ain't eating her down, then it's cool. Nah, bro, it's not cool. Not a slap, not a push, a man shouldn't be putting their hands on a female. Kelsey is maybe 100 pounds. Like, come on, bro. Ratchet TV, I got you. I'm going to put it out because you are the only person that I seen give that family a chance. Like, I seen people in the comments writing for them saying, it's a setup, blah, 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 the frost this, the frost that. But, like, you really gave them a fair shot. You really was listening to their side, really trying to see how their son could have been set up, really trying to see how, everything was everyone else's fault. But then they turned on him. Like, as soon as they didn't get the comments that they were looking for, they turned on Ratchet TV. And that ain't right, because it ain't their damn fault that y'all was on that interview stuttering, whispering in each other's ears, talking about, oh, you can't talk about this right now. Like, y'all was a hot ass mess. Y'all was saying one thing, then when he would go back to fact check, y'all was saying something else. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go watch his whole video where he interviews the family. Anyway, so yeah, now we're going to get into this other clip where he brought this woman on, and it sounded like she got a lot of inside information. So let's get into it.
And from
So
my understanding, he pulled up. He was getting off of work, so
he just got off of
for the
work.
narrative of
Hmm.
and so I'm gonna say, yeah, I was wrong on this one. As far as that girl didn't call nobody.
She didn't call
She really
anybody.
didn't. She never made a phone call.
No,
It was
no.
literally Kai got off of work, and
And
this
heard
came
him
to,
beating her.
and whatever happened in that house led to it being outside. And
Yep, because he started beating Kelsey outside. The neighbors have already told the state's attorney, and they have already told the police that he was beating her. They heard her screaming for help. Kai then heard her screaming for help, and he came out. But he had a, it wasn't just Kai that had a gun, so did he.
Okay, so for all the people thinking that uh, Kelsey Frost set T Hood up and called her brother over there and all this stuff, no, that's wrong. She lives at her brother's house. TMZ was wrong about the apartment situation. Apparently, it is a house, and it's Kai's house, and Kelsey lives there. So she didn't got to call her brother to come home. Her brother lives there. Her brother came home to the bullshit. He came home and seen mayhem. He came home to his sister injured. He came home to a scene of what the hell is this? So allegedly, the witnesses said that T Hood also had a blammer on him, and Kai had a blammer on him because it's his damn house. So for anyone thinking like, oh, she set him up how? Like, set him up for what? Like, make it make sense. He been putting hands on her. Why her brother Ben didn't do something? Like, come on, make it make sense. They said Kai just got home from work. Comes home and sees this. His sister has injuries. They say T Hood had a blammer. So come on, let's put two and two together. 2 plus 2 don't equal 20. Don't equal 20.
So that was to the stomach. That's because you were facing him. Then you went and you charged at Kelsey and you got back. This is a case closed, self defense at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then the mother, you're on the internet talking too much. Y'all leaked a tape that you already knew that you had, but Kelsey's receipts will back her up for 2025 of August.
Yeah, and that's why I said they were smart. The
Mm-hmm.
Frost family was very smart for putting those videos out, because
Mm-hmm.
that not only did they already have what they had, I guess, as far as the neighbors, whoever the witnesses, and what everybody's saying, but to
Mm-hmm.
further back up their story, they just
Mm-hmm.
went on ahead and threw the videos out there. So I
They
mean,
threw him
at the
out
end of the
there.
day, they protecting Kai because Kai was in the right.
He was in the right. And here's the thing. Kai did not leave that scene. He didn't leave it because he cooperated.
Yeah, and he
Once
told them
he
what he
told,
did.
yes, once he told what happened and the witnesses told what happened and the footage from off of cam doors, it all matters, and that's why they will not get justice. So she can chop it up, suck it up, and keep it moving because you knew your son was beating her and you knew that your son needed that baby mother.
And allegedly he beat Vanessa too.
Yes. So he has a pattern. They knew it. They in denial, and they can continue to be in denial. But what she's not going to be able to do is keep going up there to that police station thinking she's going to get justice, because here it is. He was just
Popped.
in April for hitting someone else. So all that plays a factor. They know his character. They know what he been doing. He has always been hitting Kelsey. He has always been hitting other women. They knew. The mother knew.
So they want to know, why is the case still open?
The case, what case? The case is not going to be open. They're already saying that that is it. They have already talked to the
Oh,
state's
but
attorney.
so hold on. Something else y'all don't know about Georgia law. I looked this up too. You can correct me if I'm wrong. They
Hmm.
don't got to come back and make no statements. If it was self
No,
defense, they don't got to come out and say a damn
no,
word. You probably just
no,
never will hear another word in
not at
Gwinnett County.
all. Not at
So
all.
in Georgia, it's a little bit different. It's not
It's
like
a
they got to make
very,
a.
it's
They don't got
very
to.
different.
They don't got to make a press conference and say
No,
they're just going to close the case and just let it be that.
it's
So
that, and that's what happened. It was self-defense. Video footage don't lie. The neighbors don't have a reason to lie. They question all of them.
Like I said, this lady seems to have inside information, and her shit sounds like it's on track to me. The police report that I seen said that there was witnesses, more than one. They talked to neighbors. The reason why they're even talking about this is because T Hood's family had said they had been going up to the police station. They're not getting any answers. They went up to the DA's office. Like, they've been pressing the issue, but they said they're getting treated rude and this and that, but it's because they already have looked at the evidence, and I'm sure they've already discussed the evidence with them. The sister said she showed up to the scene of the crime after it happened, so I'm sure that everything has been shared with them, and them acting like they can't share any details during that interview they had with Ratchet TV makes no sense, because they already shared phone calls on Instagram, text messages. So it just makes no sense why during that interview they were like, "Oh, we can't discuss it. We can't discuss it," as if they have a ongoing investigation. It just makes no sense.
And not only just them, but the friend also who he also poured the gun on as well. So nobody is bashing them. Y'all just they just in denial, because I do believe that the mother has been beaten before. They have sat around and watched this. And when Kelsey asked her for help, that her son is beating her and hitting on her,
lay down.
and you say okay, that's because you already knew the type of person your son was. He was a menace. He was a abuser. And from me listening to them today, I can see why he's that way as well, because they all have issues. If you feel like that you can restrain somebody or push somebody, that is against the law. You touch them, they have all the right to do whatever they need to do to protect themselves. I done think that every day.
Okay, so if you don't know what they're talking about, Ratchet TV did an interview and gave the family of T Hood a chance. It was in my last video, I talked about it, but I'm going to tell y'all again now. He gave them a chance to tell their side of the story. They came up on his channel and he gave them a full chance. Like, he was on their side. He was listening. He was the only one listening to them and listening to their side of the story. And they were supposed to come on there and tell all this evidence of how Kelsey set their son up, and they gave nothing. They gave nothing. They just kept saying, she know what she did. That's what they were saying. She know what she did. And then they were like, yeah, she set him up. They think, oh, because their son was trying to leave. Like, that makes no sense. So your son was trying to leave. So what's that got to do with Kai? Kai popped him because his sister didn't want him to leave. It just makes no sense. First, she said she was on the mom said she was on the phone with him the whole time. Then she said she was on the phone with him. Then they hung up. Then Kelsey called back and said, he got popped. So it's just like the story just kept changing. Every time he would ask for, well, what happened? What's the evidence you guys have? They would say, oh, we can't talk about that. We can't discuss this right now. So it was like pulling teeth. So anyways, after the interview came out, the comments was eating them up. Like, they full of it. Their son is a monster. And they got mad at Ratchet TV instead of getting mad at their own damn self for doing the interview. So they were calling him, blowing him up, different numbers calling him, bothering him all fucking night. Telling him he's messed up when he didn't do anything but give them a platform to speak on. So I just want to give you a little backstory of what they were talking about right now.
I see it every day. So they can scream justice for them, but you're making a fool out of yourself because now everybody know your son character. Even she knew. They knew, but it's okay because y'all said he's looking for him to go to jail. He's not going to jail at all.
Yeah,
It
let's just
wasn't
be
his
honest. Let's just
property.
be honest. If he was gonna go to jail, y'all, this happened on the 8th. What is
That
today's
was
date?
today's date is
Today is the
the
18th. That was 10 days ago. I don't think
yes.
this case is so open and shut. It was a simple what happened that day. Where are the
Mhm.
witnesses at? Okay,
Mhm.
what did you see? What did you see? What did you see? Okay, let's see this footage. Oh,
Mhm.
okay, well, yep, that's
And it's
definitely
all
and
played out.
when they came out, they never said we're investigating this as a homicide, which may take
Mhm.
time. They said we're investigating this as self-defense, meaning
As a self
when
defense.
we determine it's self-defense, we're never gonna
Mhm.
report on this shit again. We're just gonna let
No,
it go.
that's why they are not communicating with the family
Because
because
they already know what happened.
they already know what happened. It is a closed
We don't
and
need
shut
your side,
case.
mama. We don't need your side. It's over.
Mm-mm. It's over. It's over because they think it personally. They see it. They're looking at it, and whether those things on her the old, it does not matter how old they were. He was beating her.
That's just showing the pattern of what he was
The
doing to her.
pattern.
Go to Ratchet TV and check out the live he did last night. It was really good. She and him were spitting a lot of facts. But I just want to know, does that change your mind at all? Knowing that he allegedly has previous charges of putting hands on someone and putting hands in front of the children. Allegedly, they say it was his child with his baby mom. I don't know if that's the case because I can't see the victim's name. It just says the state versus him, allegedly. But also, allegedly, he has previous charges against Kelsey. I don't know because it doesn't show victims' names in the cases like that. But go watch that live. And do y'all still believe it was a setup? Do y'all still believe it was a conspiracy theory? Because I sure got a lot of people in my comments that think, the Frosts are just, the kingpins of Atlanta and they just out there knocking people off because of what? Like, it was already said in text messages that Kirk left him alone because his daughter kept going back. So he washed his hands with the situation. So you think Kai gonna hop in and all of a sudden he was tired of it? No, he came home to mayhem. And I know the family keeps saying like he was popped in the back, but they also said he was popped in the stomach. So could it be possible that he was facing Kai and he popped him in the stomach because he was doing something to his sister? Then he turned around. It could be possible that he put the weapon on his sister and Kai had no other choice, and that's why he has pops in his back. Like, could that be possible? Come on, if the police looked at it, eventually this body cam footage is going to come out, right? Eventually everyone's going to see the body cam footage, and it's going to be a whole nother thing. Like, and people are expecting the Frost to come out and say something. They shouldn't be saying nothing. Anyone who watched First 48 would know that. You ask for a lawyer. Like, you don't speak on things like that. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comments. Do y'all still think it's conspiracy theory? Do y'all still think believe whatever the family is saying? Or do y'all feel different? Would you let your daughter date a man that had these kind of charges, allegedly? Tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Please like the video, comment, like, subscribe, do all other things. Go to Ratchet TV, watch his videos, go to his Kick, and also follow the lady in the video. Not sure if she has a channel, but she was giving up a lot of free game. So I'm going to go look for Deja Carter, and y'all can too. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.